And so I sat down with him, and he said something that was really profound to me. He said his dad told him that you want to take care of your backyard. And so he's like, I'm everywhere in my backyard because that's where you invest. And I was like, well, I can do that. And so he would send me all these like invites. And so he would send me all these like invites to different things. And I just went, and everywhere I could go to anything, anyone was like, oh yeah, I got this thing. I'm like, whoa, where is it? What are you doing? Can I come? And, I mean, I have no shame in asking that. And then I also have no shame in walking up to someone and saying, you need to know me. Like, because I think it's worth, when you decide it's worth the trouble, like doing this business thing sucks. Like, it's terrible, but it's going to be worth the trouble, because my goal is to impact as many relationships as possible, because I believe we can. I think, yes, the Titanic is sinking right now. There are so many divorces. People don't know how to communicate. They don't know what they're doing in relationships, but it doesn't mean we can't save them. We just have to know how to work on them. You start by working on them with your kids. You start by teaching them. You start by being self-aware and accountable and all that kind of stuff. So I think they're savable. Some people just don't. And for me, that's sad. But I know, based on my experiences, that I saved the relationship with my kids' grandparents. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of humility.
Yeah.
It took a lot of swallowing my pride. But we saved that. And my kids are better kids for it. And so I've taught them, and hopefully they'll learn that in the future.
Yep.
And so that's why I have no shame being everywhere, meeting everyone, talking about it as much as possible. Because I really believe,
if you can just impact one thing, one relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you can impact one relationship in somebody's life. But the fact of the matter is, if they have the framework, if they understand it and they commit to that it's going to impact all their relationships. And how does that change their life?
Exactly. And then you start to just have better connections with everyone.